You've said some very nice things about, of course, Zack Snyder, who's meant so much to your career. He obviously remains an ardent fan of yours.
Yep.
Little surprise for you, Henry. I reached out to Zack, and he sent something in.
Uh-oh.
Let's look at a message from Zack Snyder for Henry Cavill.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
Henry, I have a question. When we first did Man of Steel, and we were doing the flying shots for the first time, and we put you in the belly pan or on the wires, I can't remember which we did first. Did it feel odd to be, just there in front of green screen, doing your flying, shots, with us just touching the camera, and you having to act like you're flying, but before you had ever seen what it might look like or what it might feel like? How was that? Was that odd, and did you expect it to turn out the way it did? So that's my question. I can't wait to work with you in the future, and you are, of course, the greatest Superman ever.
He's a lovely man. He's a lovely man, and I'm enormously appreciative of everything he's done for me, especially by casting me in Man of Steel. Those are formative memories of mine, career-wise. It was when everything changed, and I remember them fondly. Yeah. I remember fondly hanging above fields it was Illinois, and just outside of Plano. Amazing memories and a lot to be thankful for. So, Zack, if you're watching on one of these many cameras, thank you. Thank you, my friend.
So last night, Henry Drizzle, aka Henry Cavill, had his first in-person interview. And it was a really good interview. Very interesting to find out his thinking and reasoning and belief behind playing not just Geralt, but also Kal-El. So, what is freaking good YouTube voice you here? If you aren't new around it, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture based content that we try to do on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below what storyline, what villain do you want for Henry Drizzle's next movie? And also, if you could, check us out on Instagram at WarStew to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And also check us out on Twitter, WarStewG, because apparently I've got no clout over there. So, now let's break it down. So, although this is Henry's first public interview after Black Adam, after his 2-second clip, he went into so much detail about what he wants for Superman going forward. But realistically, if you're actually a real Henry Cavill Superman fan, he didn't actually say anything new that we didn't already know. We always knew that Henry and Zack had disagreements about the way Superman was. Henry Cavill always wanted a brighter, more hopeful Superman, whereas the version we got post Batman vs. Superman was kind of a moody version of Superman. So, Henry Cavill says his Superman will be enormously joyful when he returns, and he never gave up hope. There is a brighter future. So, if we are ever to see the Snyder Cut Part 2 and 3, where Superman has succumbed to the anti-life equation, we've really got to see that nightmare scene play out. Henry's always said that he wanted a brighter, lighter version of the character. Now, we've even got a timeline of when he specifically shot the 2-second Black Adam cameo post-credit scene, but it doesn't really matter when he shot it. He shot it. It was literally a blink and you miss moment. But it is interesting that he said he had the option, and he personally decided to wear the nostalgia Man of Steel suit on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast at 92 New York in New York City. This character means so much to me. It's been 5 years now. I never gave up hope, he told the audience. It's amazing to be here now talking about it. There is such a bright future ahead for the character. I'm excited to tell a story with an enormously joyful Superman, which is interesting. So, he essentially said he went to Warner Bros. UK, shot the scene. It was a very powerful moment to him. I wasn't sure how I would feel, whether it would be something very emotional, connective, because I put the Man of Steel suit back on. I choose that one particular because of nostalgia attached to it. Now, which is interesting because all the toxic Snyder fanboys were like, oh my god, he's not wearing the black suit. That means it's not SnyderVerse canon. Literally, Henry Cavill said he got to decide which suit
I'll
he
get to
put
that in
on.
time.
So, asked
But
about the status of his
I
Superman
wanna
movie,
thank you
if there
guys
were any
most of all.
writer
Thank you
directors
for your
circling
support
the project.
and thank you for your
Cavill
patience.
responded, you know, I
promise
can't
it will
tell
be
you
all
that.
right.
Just where Cavill's Superman will pop up next on the big screen remains a mystery. Well, not really. We know he's in the Flash. But it is interesting how basically we know there isn't much going on, but apparently, according to rumors, Warner Bros. Discovery is actively looking for writers and directors for said movie. And also, it's worth saying that, yes, I've seen the rumors going around that, to be honest, guys, it's very generic and very boring. I've said this for over 3 years that Brainiac would be the perfect villain for Henry Cavill's Superman. So someone writing a story, making up going, yo, exclusive for you lads, Brainiac is the villain for the next Superman movie. Oh my God, that is so generic. Anytime someone brings up Lex Luthor or Brainiac, it makes me think you know absolutely nothing to do with Superman, because both of them could be a Justice League villain. So we know as of the Variety report that Chuck Roven produced Superman sequel is currently soliciting pitch from writers. So essentially they have a producer, which means absolutely nothing. So in this interview, and I know this has been clipped and it's all over Twitter, and people are literally taking the quote based on what Zack Snyder said out of context. Zack Snyder's question wasn't, I can't wait to work with you again, Henry Cavill, you're the greatest Superman ever. He was talking about what it felt like to fly for the first time. So yes, speculation, oh my God, the Snyderverse is restored, because Zack Snyder didn't say, I hope to work with you. Can I work with you? He said, I look forward to working with you again. Now, Henry Cavill Superman is a product of Zack Snyder. So Zack Snyder will have to get a credit for the next Superman movie, regardless if Zack has anything to do with it. And I know people are going, oh my God, he just confirmed Justice League 2 and 3. He just confirmed 5 movies. Oh my God, he just confirmed that he's actually working on the next movie with him. I do find it ridiculous how people come up with all this ludicrous information. Zack likes Henry. Zack casted Henry. Zack is a massive fan of Henry Cavill Superman because he is his Superman. He literally casted him. Does this mean the Snyderverse is restored? No, it doesn't. Henry Cavill wants a brighter version of Superman, a more outgoing, a more joyful, and we've got the famous curls with him. He disagreed, like I said previously, he disagreed with the version that was presented, but he always said if they got around to it, they would do a lighter version before they got around to doing Justice League 2. And I really hope we do get Justice League 2 and 3 with Darkseid and Superman and the anti-life equation. I really hope we do get to that. That would be incredible. It really would. And I really want to see this more enormously joyful Superman that we could get in the next movie. But the time frame is massive. They might be looking for writers, but Henry Cavill is currently going to be busy starting early next year, shooting The Witcher season 4 and 5 back to back. He literally had to tell Netflix that he needed some time off for a day or so to shoot a scene, and it was that top secret. He couldn't even tell him what the scene was. Now we know how everything played out. It is cool that Henry is in theory back, but he's only going to be doing cameos until he's done with The Witcher season 5, and I'm sure he's probably got some other projects that no one knows about. So when could you expect this Superman movie? Not before 2025. Is Brainiac going to be the villain? That's just a made-up ludicrous story. You know how it is in the game. You know I'd be saying that Brainiac is going to be Man of Steel 2 for literally years because I said it. That's not me actually making something up. I literally look back on the YouTube channel. I literally said it. So DC Studios is taking pictures for Henry Cavill's Man of Steel 2, but it most likely won't be called that. Danny Garcia is hashtagging Dawn of a New Hope. That's probably the working title. Is it actually the title? I don't know, but it's going to be pretty cool. So Cavill did say this. I wanted to make it official that I'm back as Superman. And yes, the image you see on this post and what you saw in Black Adam are very small taste of things to come. So there's a lot to be thankful for, and I'll get to that in time. But I want to thank you guys most of all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience. I promise it will be rewarded. So realistically, no one knows anything about Man of Steel 2. And if you think they do, they don't. They're just trying to manipulate you because literally Henry Cavill says he can't tell you anything. They don't have a director. They don't have a writer. Having a producer means literally nothing. Yes, Christopher McQuarrie, who did Mission Impossible, is the favorite because he worked with Henry Cavill on Mission Impossible Fallout, but he's currently busy back to back working on the next 2 Mission Impossible movies. movie, so he's out of the question. So anyone wants to say they've got breaking news or breaking information, they're just making stuff up like normal. Sure, he's going to be in Flash. Sure, he could be in Aquaman. Sure, he could be in Blue Beetle. Sure, these are cameos. They don't really mean that much retrospectively thinking. So likewise, guys, let me know. Does this mean Zack is directed Man of Steel 2? Does this mean Justice League 2 is coming? Because he says, I look forward to working with you. He doesn't say, I hope I can. That's confirmed. The Snyderverse, everything's restored. No, I'm trolling like I always do. So likewise, guys, let me know who should be the villain of Man of Steel 2. And don't say Brainiac, because that just means you know nothing if you're going to say that. What story do you want for the next Superman movie? And let me know. What do you think about the future of the DC universe going forward? Because there is no DCEU anymore. That's been killed off. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at WarStu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter, WarStuG. And I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.